Hello and welcome back to Cowboy Insiders. If you are a true fan of American team, which is a Dallas Cowboy, this is where a passion meets insight, where every rumors matters, and where every draft picks could shape the future of the Dallas Cowboy. So, first of all, welcome back to this channel to everyone who keeps coming back, supporting, sharing, and leading with us through every high and low. And if you are new here, you have just joined one of the most passionate fan base in all of sport. This is more than just a football. This is a legacy, expectations, and a constant pursuit of a greatness. So today we are diving a deep into one of the most exciting and unpredictable times of the year, the NFL draft season. The anticipation is building, a mock draft and are evolving a daily, and a Dallas Cowboy are once again at the center of attention as they prepare to make a decision that could define the next chapter of the franchise. The NFL draft is not just about adding a player. It's about filling the gaps in the teams, correcting a past mistakes, and building a roster capable of making a deep playoff run. So for our team, which is the Dallas Cowboy, the pressure is always amplified. Every move is analyzed and every pick is debated in the fans and in the media. And every miss is remembered. Coming into this draft cycle, the Cowboys have a clear needs. Despite being competitive in recent season, there are still critical areas that need reinforcement. Offensive line depth and long-term stability are defensive playmakers, especially in secondary, and a wide receiver depth behind their top target. And also, the Dallas need to make a running back option depending on a roster decisions. A mock draft across the league are trying to predict what the Dallas will do, but one thing's in certain, this team cannot afford to miss. So for the mock draft trends and what experts are saying on the Dallas Cowboys NFL draft of this year, across the multiple mock draft, a few consistent pattern are emerging when it comes to a Dallas. Number one is our offensive line reinforcement. Many analysts believe that the Dallas Cowboys will prioritize protecting their quarterback and rebuilding a dominance in a trenches. Names like elite college tacklers and guards are frequently linked to a Dallas. The idea is simple in the Dallas: control the line of scrimmage, dominate physically, and return to a more balanced offensive identity. This strategy reflects the philosophy that once defined the Cowboys during their most successful years: a strong offensive line and leading to explosive offenses. The second upgrade is a secondary focus in defensive. While Dallas has had flashes of defensive brilliance, inconsistency in the secondary has cost them in a big moment. Several mock draft project cornerbacks or safeties landing in a Dallas. Players who bring a speed, awareness, and a stability to create a turnovers. The modern NFL is pass heavy, and if the Cowboys want to compete with elite teams, they need a defenders who can match up against a top tier receivers. So another popular direction in a mock draft is adding offensive weapons. Whether it's a wide receiver with a game-breaking speed or versatile running back, a Dallas could look to give their offense more explosiveness. there is a growing belief that the Cowboys need another dynamic playmaker, someone who can change the games instantly and take a pressure off the passing game in the Dallas Cowboys. So, the Jerry Jones factor for NFL draft this season in the Dallas Cowboys. So, Jerry Jones, there is no discussions about the Cowboys. Is complete without mentioning a Jerry Jones. His influence on draft decision is legendary. So sometimes bold, sometimes controversial, but always impactful for the team. So the Jerry Jones is known for making unexpected moves, and that unpredictability adds another layers of excitement to every mock draft. Analysts can project all they want, but when draft night arrives, the Dallas often surprise everyone. So in the perfect roles, the Cowboys walk away from this draft with a starting calibers offensive lineman and a defensive playmakers ready to contribute, and immediately a high upside skills players can develop into a star. But there is also some leaks that affect the Dallas Cowboy in these NFL draft mocks. Reaching for a players, ignoring key needs, or failing to adapt as a draft unfolds could leave a Dallas in difficult position. This means the NFL draft is unpredictable and even the best teams can walk away with disappointing results. For a franchise with a championship expectations, anything less than a strong draft class will raise a serious questions. So, so as we move on close to NFL this draft, those tension, speculation, and excitement surrounding the Dallas are reaching another level inside the league cycle, and things are starting to take a shape. Front officers are finalizing their board's private workout are wrapping up, and the Dallas, this is where a little strategy begins. Not just a guesswork. What makes this year different is that the Cowboys are not just looking for depth, they are looking for impact. This is a team that believes it is a closer to competing at the highest level in the NFL, and the draft is being treated as the weapon to push them over an edge for a Super Bowl. So there is the latest developments around the Dallas draft strategy. Number one is a heavy focus on offensive line to rebuild. One of the strongest development coming out of the Dallas is their growing interest in offensive linemen. Internally, there is a belief that a dominance in the trenches must return if this team wants to control a game again. So there is some names consistently linked to the Dallas in this NFL draft. Number one is J.C. Lathan. He is a powerful tackle with innate size and strength. Many insiders believe he can fit in the Dallas Cowboys' physical identity perfectly. The other is Alo Fashanu, a technically polished and extremely reliable in a pass protection, a safe high flow options, a terrace swagger, and a rising prospect with aggression and versatility, capable of playing a multiple position on the line. So there is a whisper that the Dallas could prioritize an offensive lineman even if a flashy skills play is still unavailable. That tells you how serious they are about rebuilding the foundations. The defensive playmaker still on the ladder. A disparate offensive needs, the Cowboys are not ignoring a defense. In the fact, some mock drafts suggest they could go a defense if the right players falls. So there is some key targets which include a cool MC country one of the top cornerback in a class. Known for elite coverage skills and football IQ, Akopa Dedron, a versatile defensive back who can play in multiple roles including a safety and return specialist. A Jared Verse, a disruptive edge rusher who could instantly upgrade the Cowboys' pass rush rotation. So Dallas understands that to compete in the today NFL, you need a defenders who can create a turnovers and pressure quarterbacks consistently. A surprise interest in skills position players. Here is where things get interesting. Even though offensive line and defensive are priorities, Dallas has been quietly linked to explosive offensive weapons. This suggests they may be preparing for a best players available strategy if a star fails unexpectedly. So a name to watch is Brian Thomas Jr., a big play wide receiver with an elite speed and touchdowns potential. The next is Xavier Worth, one of the fastest player in the draft, capable of stretching a defense instantly. And the next is Jonathan Blocks, a dynamic running back who could bring a balance and explosiveness to an offensive. So if the Dallas goes in this direction, it likely means they see a unique talent they simply cannot pass on. So there is some more behind of the scenes about these NFL draft decision makers in the Dallas Cowboys. Everything ultimately cycle back to the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. And the Cowboys leadership group report suggests there is a stronger emphasis this year on discipline and performance, yet postseason struggles continue to define the narrative around him. As contract discussions evolve, Dallas faces familiar dilemma. Committee full to Prescott as their franchise QB or explore aboard alternatives in a rapid changing NFL landscape. Insiders suggest that while Jerry Jones still believes in Prescott, patience is wearing thin among fans who demand a deeper playoff run. So if you didn't make subscribe, please make subscribe for Cowboy Insiders in order to bring and to develop our Cowboy Insiders platform. The next one is a CD Lamb. CD Lamb is offensive superstar calling the Lord. A wide receiver, CD Lamb has firmly established himself as one of the NFL elite offensive weapons. So entering in 2026, Lamb is not just a top receiver, he is arguably the face of the Cowboys offense. After a multiple explosive season, CD Lamb's role continue to expand, primarily deep threat, reliable possession receiver, and leader in the locker room. The Cowboys have already made significant financial commitment to CD Lamb, signaling that he will remain a cornerstone of the franchise for years to come. So that's why the Dallas Cowboys still focusing on a CD Lamb contract. The Micah Parsons is a defensive dominance and leadership. Defensively, everything resolved around Micah Parsons. Parsons continues to dominate opposing offensive with his versatility, speed, and relentless pressure. Whether leaning up as edge rusher, linebacker, he has to become one of the most feared defenders in NFL. So as of 2026, discussions about Micah Parsons are no longer about potential. They are about a legacy. Many analysts already consider him a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate in the NFL, and also the emotional leaders of the Cowboys defense and future Hall of Fame trajectory players if he maintains this level. The Cowboys are expected to ensure a person to remain in a Dallas for long term, no matter the cost will require for a good player like Amika Parson. So the head coach Mike Muscarath continues to face a heavy pressure entering this season. Despite maintaining a competitive record, the inability to translate a regular season success into a playoff victories has raised a serious concerns about the team leadership. So they are growing a whispers that could be make or break season for MC Kraft, and a nearly playoff exit may trigger major coaching changes, and the Cowboys could explore a younger and more aggressive coaching options in the future of NFL and Dallas Cowboys. So the expectation is the Dallas will be simple: compete for the Super Bowl or face consequences.